Ah, cool. Mm, okay. So, hi, my name is Evelyn Herrera, and today I'm going to be talking about Lin-Manuel Miranda and his music and how his style changes music we know and love. So, little introduction to Lin. He began his musical journey on his debut in The Heights, which, if I'm not mistaken, he helped either write or he helped write the music. I wasn't really sure. It wasn't my main focus. Even since then, though, you see his name in movies like Moana, Encanto, or recently Mufasa. And of course, his biggest and best present production, in my opinion, is Hamilton, which will be our main focus for today. Um, but I really just want to touch on how his style is very enjoyable to me and how he ties everything together across his works. And yeah, so first I want to talk about Hamilton's emotional influence. In this specific example, I'm going to bring up how this lovely lady right here, Philippa Sue, if I'm not mistaken, um, her character, Eliza Hamilton, sings with a lot of emotion and I want to say like anger during this timestamp of her solo song Burn. And the context for this, to kind of help you guys see what I'm talking about, is she had just found out that her husband, Alexander Hamilton, had not posted, publicly published that he had cheated on her with a lady named Mariah Reynolds. And the part that I'm going to um kind of bring out is how she slowly raises her voice. She's singing in a somewhat legato tone, which is like very soft or pretty soft, and then she raises it to a mezzo tone, which isn't loud, but it's like it's loud enough to where you can hear the switch in her voice and her emotions. So, yeah.
He's flown too close to the sun. You and your words obsessed with your legacy. Your sentences border on senseless, and you are paranoid in every paragraph. How they perceive you, I'm erasing myself from the narrative.
Um, I included the oops, get out of my face. Please get out. Sorry. I included the ending part of Burn, or not the ending part, but the ending little snippet, because I wanted to again showcase the differences in how she sings from the angry you lyric that we heard to her soft I'm erasing myself from the narrative. Um, Hopefully you were able to hear the anger because in one of the um excuse me, in one of the U's you can hear a rasp, which in my mind would be her anger, her kind of screaming at the papers she's holding, the oh my god, excuse me, the letter she's holding from Alexander. Um, and you can really see the emotion that she's portraying here. Um, yes. So another key thing I want to talk about is we have mentioned this in class before where Lin-Manuel Miranda brought in rap and hip hop into the musical field, which was something we nobody had ever seen before because musicals were more proper, they were more formal. But and from where music like hip hop and rap came from, people weren't very fond of it because of who it was associated with, which I do not agree with. But the fact that it was incorporated into musicals and it was incorporated very well, might I add, um, it took everybody by storm and it's super popular. That's probably why everybody loves it because it caught the eye of an audience. I'm assuming I would say people around my age or people maybe older than me. And it caught their interest because we like hip hop, we like rap. So it was something that really took the musical game by the hand and ran with it. These two are some of my favorite rap pieces of Hamilton as a whole. For Satisfied, it is sung by the lady on the right, which is Angelica Schuyler. I cannot remember her actor's name right now. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so this is her rap piece.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Now,
Haven't done, just you wait, just you wait.
So this is what it feels like to match wits with someone at your level. What the hell is the catch? It's the feeling of freedom of seeing the light. It's Ben Franklin with the key and a kite. You see it right? The conversation lasted 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Everything we said in total agreement. It's a 3 minutes, a bit of a dance, a bit of a posture, it's a bit of a stance. He's a bit of a flirt, but I'ma give it a chance. I asked about his family. Did you see his answer? His hands started fidgeting. He looked askance. He's penniless. He's flying by the seat of his pants. Handsome boy, does he know it? Peach fuzz, then he can't even grow it. I wanna take him far away from this place. Then I turn and see my sister's face, and she is hopeless.
Okay. So that is, like I said, one of my favorite rap pieces from this musical. The context for it is she fell in love with Alexander first sight, and like her mind is really swirling over that fact because it's something she's never done before. So it is something that she's not used to. So that is what that is. Guns and Ships is sung by the man on the left, David Diggs. Super amazing singer, actor, whatever you want to call him. This doesn't really have any I guess context, but it's just like I said, one of my favorite rap pieces from Hamilton. And yeah, that's about it.
how does a ragtag? Cause favorite fighting prisoner! I'm taking this horse by the reins, wicked red coats, weather with blood stains. And I'm never gonna stop until I make them drop or burn them up and scatter the remains down. Watch me engaging them, escaping them, and rating them out. I go to France for more fun. I come back with more guns and ships, and so their balance shifts.
We rendezvous with.
Yeah, so that's all there really is to him. But like I said, these are two of the many rap showcases in Hamilton. Which, like I said, I thought was amazing to incorporate. I think it's very eye-catching, it really brings people into the context and really brings their attention to what's happening in front of them. While in a musical, from what I assume, um would have been very like slow paced, maybe a little boring, but like said, this is something that nobody had ever done before. So this is something that was very unusual and very just not traditional for musicals. But it was portrayed so perfectly. Another key part of a musical is from act to act, you will see the same melodies return from act one to act two, which I learned in the textbook. For my first example of this, we have King George III, who is a character in Hamilton, and he only has about 3 songs in this musical. They're all the exact same, I fear. So I'm only gonna show you 2 because that's all you really need to see. But this is the first one and the last song that he has. So you can hear the very, very key similarities.
You say the price of my love is not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea, which you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad?
I'm going to skip ahead a little bit.
Remember back, soon you'll see.
This is the key part I want to bring attention
You
to.
belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You remember that I served you well.
So that kind of beat and the melody of the song will return very constantly about this musical. So this is I Know Him. There's no difference. They're the same.
They say George Washington's yielding his power and stepping away. Is that
Excuse
true?
me.
I wasn't aware that was something a person could do. I'm perplexed. Are they going to keep on replacing whoever's in charge? If so, who's next? There's nobody else in their country who looms quite as large. John Adams? I know him. That can't be. That's that little guy who spoke to me. Oh,
So again, like I said, same exact melody, same exact feel to them. Obviously in different contexts, different lyrics for each song, but they are roughly the same. So next, I want to talk about the examples of lyrics. Lyrics will very continuously return from song to song within Hamilton as well. The lyrics that I chose to talk about is "I Know My Sister Like I Know My Own Mind" by Angelica. She sings this line in "Satisfied," where the context of being, I stated before that she fell in love with Hamilton at first sight, but so did her sister Eliza. She backs off of him for Eliza. And in the context of this, she sings, I know my sister like I know my own mind, basically saying she knows how she will react. She knows how she will take this news if she were to tell her that she loves the man that Eliza is in love with. So she doesn't. But I want you to listen to how she sings it. And then in the next example, I want you to hear the key difference of the same lyric. So this is Satisfied.
all right. That's what I'm talking.
Satisfied.
That
Thank
was a
you
super
for all
clip.
your service.
If it
We're
takes
gonna keep
fighting
that.
a war for us to meet, it will have been worth it.
I'll leave you to it. Number 3. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. If I tell her that I love him, she'd be silently resign. He'd be mine. She would say I'm fine. She'd be lying.
So from there, we hear the if I told her that I loved him, she'd be silently resigned. Basically saying Eliza would step back for Angelica if she mentioned it, but she doesn't, because she doesn't want to hurt her sister in that way. Um, for the next song in the Reynolds pamphlet, the context of Reynolds pamphlet is the this is how Alexander Hamilton published publicly that he cheated on Eliza with Mariah Reynolds. And the way you hear Angelica sing this next line is with a little bit of malice, I would say, a little bit of hatred behind it. And hearing the rest of the lyrics, you will know why. But yeah.
Thank God someone who understands what I'm struggling here to do.
I'm not here for you. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. I love my sister more than anything in this life. I will choose her happiness over mine every time. Put what we had aside. I'm standing at her side. You can never be satisfied. God, I hope you're satisfied.
So the context that I have, the little bit of insight that I have for the first part is when she says I'm not here for you, she is talking about how she flew in from London because that is where she moves to after parting with her husband. After she heard about what Alexander had did, she flew down, but Alexander thinks that she flew down for him because of this little romantic-ish kind of thing that they have going on. But that's when she's like, I'm not here for you. I know my sister like I know my own mind. She's here for Eliza and she's sticking up for Eliza because regardless of what they had, aka put what we had aside, she's standing up for her sister. She will always stand up for her younger sister, being the oldest sibling. Um, because that is where it counts most. That is where it matters most to her. So I think this detail of the melodies coming back and the lyrics that are the same but with different emotions is such a key detail that very hard to pull off. But Lin-Manuel Miranda is a genius, I would like to say. He can do it so well because from my little nerd brain, there is a lot of Easter eggs you can pick up from Hamilton, and you can apply it and you can see it if you really pay attention. And I think putting in details like that is such a very hard thing to do. You have to really pay attention and really be precise of how you're doing it in order for it to come out the way you want it, which I think he portrays beautifully. And I think he really captures that emotion change or that catchiness that you want to retain there for the audience, for them to see in the context or for them to even be in the character's shoes of how they would be feeling. So I think, like I said, he does it beautifully. Um, these next three examples are just me talking about how one of my favorite things about Lin and his music is very fast. His tempo is very fast. His rhythm is very fast and upbeat. And I think that is what makes his music very catchy, especially within these three songs because they all went viral for their own thing. Um, I also think of it as putting these side by side, you really see the Lin-Manuel Miranda touch that he has. Um, saying that, like I said, if you listen to these side by side, which I would do for you in a second, you can see the Lin-Manuel Miranda touch that all of these songs have, and that's how you know from song to song or from movie to movie that he has put his presence in here. For the first one, we have You're Welcome by Moana, or not by Moana, by Lin for Moana. I do want to say a little fun fact. From the first Moana to the second Moana, Lin-Manuel Miranda actually didn't write the music for the second Moana, which people have actually pointed out that you can really hear it. You can really tell that he didn't have a part in this track. His presence was like missing. His and me personally, I do prefer the first music over the second's music. And I don't know if that's because it's a him thing, but it's not impossible. So this is You're Welcome.
You're welcome. Well, come to think of it, kid, honestly, I could go on and on. I could explain every natural phenomenon. The tide, the grass, the ground. Oh, that was Maui just messing around. I killed an eel, I buried its guts. Sprouted a tree, now you got coconuts. What's the lesson? What is the takeaway? Don't mess with Maui when he's on a breakaway. And the tapestry here in my skin is a map of the victories I win. Look where I've been, I make everything happen. Look at them, me, mini, Maui, just look at that.
So I want to point out just a little thing at the end where I think rhythm really comes into play is because he stops necessarily singing. He starts skidding and he starts scatting and he just starts really singing to the tempo and to the rhythm of the song, which again I think is probably really hard to pull off trying to like improvise like that. But Lynn seems to have captured it perfectly. This next song is the Family Madrigal from Famous Encanto. And again, this is probably the fastest pace of these three. But I think it is so danceable and it's so catchy that you just want to move a little bit. So yeah.
But now you all know the family Madrigal. I never meant this to get autobiographical. So just to review the family Madrigal. Let's go! It starts with Abuela and then Tia Peppa, she handles the weather. My mom Julieta can make you feel better with just one arepa. My dad Agustin, well, he's accident prone but he means well. Hey, you said you wanna know what everyone does. I got sisters and cousins and my primo Camilo won't stop until he makes you smile today. My cousin Dolores can hear this whole chorus a mile away. Look at Sister Mariana, hey, you can marry my sister if you want to. Between you and me, she's kind of a prima donna. You said too much and thank you, but I really gotta go. My family's amazing, and I'm in my family, so well.
I really want to point out the last little lyric where she's singing about Isabella. You can hear her speed up from the first few seconds of the snippet I showed you. And I think again that is just really catchy to listen to because she just goes, she just does not stop going. But from the first you can hear the pauses when the kids sing Mirabel. But they are also keeping with tempo. They're also keeping up with the rhythm and like I said, very, very catchy. My favorite part of that song because I love the catchiness to it. This last one, it's kind of a different turn, but I feel like if you really think about it, again, to compared to the first two um songs that I showed you, you can hear the Lin Manuel-ness in it. This is from Mufasa.
Finally, let's go! I heard his father say he doesn't want this stray. I tell you, he said it again to my face. What did you say about my brother? That's not a stray, that's my brother. You stay away from my brother, cause I say so. If you put your paws on my brother, you'll meet the jaws of his brother. Those are the laws for my brother. Where'd he go?
Yeah, I think you can hear the Lin across all three of these examples. Um, but that is all I have. So thank you so much for giving us this project. I think this project was very, very fun, very cool. I never got to really dive into music like this, and I really didn't know what to pick. But I had a, like I said, very big liking for Hamilton. Well, let me full screen this. A really big liking for for Hamilton. Um, so I thought this was very fun to do and very entertaining as well. So yeah, thank you. Mm.